I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. If I had listened to what my dear old daddy said, I would not be here today. I hang around this lonely old jail and wasting my young life away. If I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail away to the west. I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. You caused me to weep, you caused me to mourn, you caused me to leave my home. That lonesome pine and those good old times, I'm on my long journey home. If I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail away to the west. I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. Now if you see that girl of mine, that's one thing I hope you will tell her. Not to bother to hang around and wait for me, go and find her another feller. If I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail away to the west. I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. Hey, right here. I appreciate it. Man, isn't it fun? I love to come to Lloyd College. This is about the 4th year I've been over here, and Doug's nice enough, or whoever makes up the schedule, to put me on here. I'm changing picks right now. That person I was using is a little bit out of tune, and I can't stand to play with a pick that's out of tune. So I'm looking for my little, I try all kinds of this little Fender triangular medium gauge is working pretty good. Doug, tell you what I'm going to do. I heard about 2 o'clock this morning, I heard Joan Baez singing. I'm sure it was a CD someplace up in Boston. And she had come up there years ago back in that folk revival, urban folk revival, around the Hootenanny days. It was about 40 years ago. To go to college, and she got involved with music and made a great contribution. But I heard her sing this song, Doug. It's called Little Darling Pal of Mine. My little darling, I love you. How I love Thank you. Appreciate it. Wow. Are we loud? Thank you. Oh, you're wonderful. Are we loud and clear out there? All righty. Hey, Doug.
Yes, sir.
You heard of Earl Scruggs, haven't you?
It seems like I have.
I don't know where it was, but somewhere they must have had it broken down. He had a breakdown, didn't he?
I think so.
Can you play a song about Earl's breakdown?
We play a spasm of it,
All righty. How we do, Doug?
I think we made it.
Tell them that little story, Doug, that you told me about 30 years ago when we played that together.
Well, I played that with a whole lot of people through the years, but I always had to play a little lick in it myself because the guitar players never would play it. Arthur was the first man that ever played that and just totally threw me off. First time we played that tune.
That's right. If you get used to it long enough and somebody plays it right, that kind of throws everything off.
Just totally shakes your knee up.
I'll tell you what let's do, Doug. Let's do a little song here that called Ain't Gonna Work on the Railroad and I Ain't Gonna Work on the Farm. What was it called?
Rolling in my sweet baby's
Rolling in My Sweet Baby's Arms, yeah. there's a story behind that song. I think the song says, thank you. You guys are wonderful people. We started about, what, 15 till, Doug?
We're running a little late, so.
We started about 15 till, so we get about 10 after. Is that about right? Okay, Doug?
Yes, sir.
I like railroads. I used to ride the train to school once a year. Elevated passenger train from Cumberland, Kentucky to Louisville, Kentucky. And but 2 weeks ago today was the 100th anniversary of the most famous train wreck in history, and I think the longest copyright court battle in history. And I've been doing this a lot this year. I like it anyway. And you know, Doug Hutchens, a lot of times you hear bluegrass bands and start playing C, you don't hear much banjo. Well, Doug's a miracle worker. I play in C or whatever, he just picks right up on it. Doug, let's do the wreck of the old 97. This is not 38, but she's old 97. You must put her in the fence a long time. Well, Steve looked around to his big crazy fireman, said shovel on a little more coal. And when we cross that white oak mountain, you can watch old 97 roll like what a jump he made. They were going downhill, making 90 miles an hour when the whistle began to scream. He was found in the wreck with his hand on the throttle and was scalded to death by the thing. Your turn again, and this is how it read. Said that brave engineer that runs on 97 is lying in Danville bed. Now you ladies won't be clean, take warning from this time on and learn. Never speak harsh words to your true loving husband. He may leave you and never return. That's a true song, isn't it?
That's it. That's it.
Thank you. Doug, I understand that was the first record to sell 1 million copies in this country. Is that right?
That's right. A fellow named Vernon Dalhart.
Vernon Dalhart.
The other side of it was a prisoner song.
Now, we don't know which one sold the 1 million copies.
Well, it's kind of like, who was it? Johnny Russell said one time he had that tune out called Act Naturally.
Yeah.
And the Beatles happened to record it. And it was on the back of the Beatles yesterday. Well, it sold millions and millions and millions. And he said it's kind of neat. The backside sells just as many records as the front side does.
Yeah, the flip side sells the same number, but there was some question about which one. These were recorded. I'm going to be in E flat, Doug. Will that be any problem?
Will do.
But this was recorded in 1925. That was a year before we got the microphone. They were singing into those horns, just like the big Morning Glory horns that the music came out of. And so I'm going to just do both sides. Then we'll go back. You can find. Oh, he can find it. I've never seen anything he said about it. The Prisoner song. Oh, I wish I'd someone to love me, someone to call me home. Now I wish married to the new world, leaving my poor darling alone, with the cold prison walls all around me, and my head on a pillow of stone. Oh, I wish I had wings of an angel over these prison walls I would fly, and I'd fly to the arms of my dear darling, and there I'd be willing to die. Do I have one more or two more, Doug?
All right, a couple more.
Couple more. All right, let's do another train song. Boxcar Willie says this was the best one ever written. The late Boxcar Willie. He was a late one. Missed the train, I guess, huh? Hey, Doug.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard Merle Travis sing the song about a train and he missed the catcher, but he caught the blind? You know what that means? They referred to the boxcars as being blind so they couldn't see out. I just found that out recently. I think everybody else already knows. Let's do the Wabash. Start it off with. From the great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore, from the green of flowing mountains to the south filled by the moor, she's mighty tall, handsome, and known well by all. She's a combination, the Wabash cannonball. Listen to Django, to the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodland, over hill and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear that lonesome hobo song. We're traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. throne, I'll fly away. Like a bird from this larger throne, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. When you die. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joy shall never end. I'll fly away, let's all sing. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's hear it for Doug Hutchens. All right. Thank you, Doug.
Mr. Arthur Johnson there.
What's that Mr. part now?
Well, yes, sir. Mom and Daddy always told me I was supposed to, people that I respected, I was supposed to call them Mr. So, to your face, I'll call you Mr. Arthur.
All right.
We got this, a lot of folks coming up here over the next little while. Slone and his aggregation is getting all set up right over here. They'll be up in just a moment. Let's remind you, if you haven't registered for the door prizes, we're going to be giving some door prizes away probably right after Ray's group there. So you want to go to the registration table over there, right in front of the corn shops and right at the lower edge of the, I guess that's the balloons. If they did it in multicolors, it would be a rainbow, but as it is just the Blue Mountain balloons over there. But go over and register. You never can tell what we're liable to be giving away before it's all said and done today.
Hey, Doug.
Yes, sir.
You said register. Is that Democrat or Republican?
Well, I think everybody here today is independent.
Oh, yeah, I've been pretty independent. Hog all night.
It's all the Republicans, they're just kind of hanging their head. Oh, did y'all hear, I don't get political, but did y'all hear about the news yesterday about George Bush's library burning up?
No!
I mean, it was sad. Both books. And the sad part is in the second book, he'd only colored 6 pages. I mean, it's just sad. News is sad everywhere you go anymore. But we're going to keep things lively here today. We've got to talk with Benny next year. He fixes these groups up to 25 minutes apiece and expects them to just vanish from the stage and the other group to just vanish on stage. And most of the time it takes a little bit longer for that than that for me to just get up here and walk back and forth and say a thing or two. But to remind you, we've got all sorts of food vendors over here. Stop by and check with those. Be sure and check with the crafts people. Also, don't forget that 5 o'clock this afternoon, or when we get through the music somewhere about that time, we'll have a soup bean dinner down in Hunger Inn.
They got dyed hamburgers?
They got what now?
Dyed hamburgers.
Dyed hamburgers, yes sir, they got dyed hamburgers. They've taken all the carbohydrates and all the fat out. It's basically a charcoal briquette.
Yes, sir, you done great.
We'll get everything all rearranged here and get the stage reset. And I guess we've got to be pulling the mics and stuff down, so we'll take care of that right shortly. But I see all sorts of people. I hadn't seen Jeff Burchett since the cat died. That's been 42 years ago. And there's Pam. And you're just not safe anymore. Standing around beside people, you get identified with them and everything else. All sorts of people out there. I remember faces, but I've been gone for since 1988, and the memory has eroded. But y'all bring them on up there, Ray, and get everything all situated up here. We're off this printed schedule if you picked up one of those, but that's usually the way we start things out. But Ray will get everybody all fixed up here.
play first, Lacey?
Yeah.
Lacey?
Chair. We have chairs for everybody. Yeah, that's two.
Go here, buddy.
Have a seat beside us.
Okay, this is the youngest student, I guess, that I've ever attempted to teach to play, Lacey Hoover, and she's going to play you a tune on her fiddle here. It's a quarter-size fiddle, and so we'll just get right to it. She's going to do the little song, "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." So when you get ready there, and I'll move up a little bit closer. One, two, three. Lacey Hoover. Okay, Keston. So you're going to pick, so will that be about right there? That's about right. Whichever one you want. My sunshine. Yeah, just stand over there so the light will be better. Actually, this is the first time that I've ever brought any students to play anywhere like this, and this is the first time they've all played through a microphone, so you have to bear that in mind. This fellow here is Keston Howard, and he's not been playing the guitar very long, so he's going to play you a couple of tunes here. First one, "You Are My Sunshine," and then he'll do "Old Joe Clark." Anytime you're ready. completely apart. Okay, this student is Mary Cornett, and she's been fiddling for the last couple of years, I guess, a little, and you know, they only get a lesson a week, but she's come along real good, and I think you're going to enjoy her couple of tunes. She's going to do Cripple Creek, and then 5'2". This is a brother and sister here, Sarah Perkins and Wesley Perkins. They live at Wayland, or that's you. It's in Knott County, though, isn't it, where you live? The address is Wayland. You live in Floyd County, okay. Well, anyway, they're fine children. All of these children are good, really, though. They don't find any fault with them at all. But they're going to do a couple of tunes here now, and first one was, they're going to play. We're going to do "You Are My Sunshine" again, but we're having it on the fiddle this time instead of the guitar. And Wesley will play a break on it too. Don't you guys put your cape on for that one? Are you going? Did you pick it out way down the neck? Yeah, get your cape on. Oh, you're on the 7th fret. I might mention here that I've written a book on how to, for the beginning guitar picker, and from teaching people like this, I learned what would work and what wouldn't, and so I've got a book that has 16 tunes in it. And what they're picking on the guitar here, that's examples of the tunes, And we're learning to use the cape hold. Hit C now. Let's see if that doesn't. It isn't G. Yeah, that's it. That's where you have to pick it. Okay. Yeah, you might want to turn your body around this so your guitar will be like this. See? Do you see the notes over there? Okay. All right, we're ready, I guess, then. You Are My Sunshine. It's going to say. I'll count it off for you then, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was Sarah and Wesley Perkins. Now they're going to do another tune that was picked a while ago. We're picking it in another chord this time. Joe Clark, and she's played it on the fiddle. So when you're ready, then I guess we'll take all three. 1, 2, 3. fellow is Jonathan Harris. He learned to play the guitar and pretty good with it, and then he decided he'd work on the banjo. So he does a fine job, as you'll see here. You have to keep in mind that this is quite a big deal for them. First time they ever played this sort of place, you know. So you have to keep that in mind. Okay. John's going to do. He's going to do Foggy Mountain Breakdown.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Pick it, Ray. I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. I bet they're drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. But I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep moving, and that's what tortures me. One more time, Red. If they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I'd want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whiskey